Hey guys, what's going on? Team M here. Welcome to some more Battlefront. Hope you guys enjoyed the little compilation that I did a little while ago. We got new armor. Boop! That's right. We are Darth Vader. No, I'm kidding. We're a Scout Trooper. And basically, I got this through a little method called power leveling. And there are a couple ways to do power leveling, but today I'm going to teach you guys how to do it, and I'll have this commentary in the background. So I am playing this at the same time as I am commentating, so it may not be the best commentary, but basically, the way to power level to like rank 50, 40, and any other high rank there is, I don't remember any other of the large scale ranks, but I think rank 50 is the max, so probably to rank 40, and then you're kind of set from there, but basically, you'll earn a lot of credits. Oops, no. I didn't mean to kill myself. You can earn a lot of points this way, and you also can get some credits to save up for like the Scout Trooper and the Shadow Trooper, and if you're going for the Rebels, the Twi'lek, my personal favorite, the Rodian, and all that. So one of the ways to do this, the best way to do this, is probably you may think it's Walker Assault or something. Walker Assault's actually one of the worst ways to do power leveling. And I only say that because you get a lot of points from it, but it's a 20-minute long match. Normally, if you're not that good at it, you're not going to get so many kills, and you don't get a big reward from it most of the time. I filled the scoreboard there, but I think the best way to do power leveling is probably drop run, or definitely droid run, sorry. Droid run is probably my favorite game mode, just because I can just pick it up, and you already get a good game bonus, and if your team wins, you get a huge win bonus. That's already 2,000 points right there, and a couple credits. So I think droid run is probably one of the best, and I'm really good at droid run when I want to be. So if you're like stacked for droid run, you're just like, damn, I got this. It's pretty good. Use the bounty hunter trait as well, by the way, if you have that. The next game mode I really recommend is probably pod, or the drop pod game finder. It's kind of like capture the flag, but through pods and everything. It's really good. It's really easy, as long as you don't get crushed by the pod. I have been crushed by the pod before. And overall, I probably recommend that game mode second to droid run, because you can get a lot of points, and the pods will normally switch back and forth depending on which team you're on. So it's not that hard to get points. Next, I don't recommend this mode too much just because I'm not good at it personally. It's cargo. Cargo is capture the flag, but the matches go for a decent amount of time, but I think the problem with cargo is you're going to get killed a lot if you're not used to the game mode. Personally, I'm like probably the best at droid run, like for me. And basically, if you guys don't know, I have, like you said, like you saw, sorry, I stacked the board, and I got all 3 slots on the board, and, I think that worked nicely. This was last game mode, of course, or last game, of course, but, I've done that 5 times in a row, and on the 6th time, I would have gotten it, but unfortunately, I messed up and got sniped a bit. There's a Shadow Trooper over there, but do not, if you're going to use Walker Assault and all that for power leveling, I only recommend it if you're really good at the game mode, only because it can be a huge pain to actually do anything productive with it. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, why don't you just use like Turning Point, sorry. Turning Point is actually just like Supremacy, but it's slightly different in the sort that the Rebels are having to push forward and the Imperials are having to defend, which is normally not something you would actually expect from. Okay, they're claiming it. Not something you would expect. And the Imperials consistently have one IC. So I don't recommend that game mode too much. Not too much though, but like I said, just stick to droid run. Even if you're not that good at it, you can still pull off a couple kills, and you can get a couple droids, but use the personal shield with it, just because every time you're capturing a droid, you want that personal shield protection. And I think droid run and, Droid run and pod pod capture are probably the best game modes to use for power leveling, just because they are the best for credits and everything. In these quick games, you may think like, oh, they don't give you too many credit, or they don't give you that much of a high score. It's 3,000 points right there, and I only got 4 kills and 0 deaths, and I only got like 2 droids, was it? So, saying that it's like kind of lame just to go, it's just kind of quick matches and everything, those points start to build up, especially if you're like hitting like 3,000 points per game and it's only taking like a minute per game. You're gonna hit a really long match and you're gonna get like triple those amounts of points. And I've consistently gotten about 13,000 points if I'm like the top with about 30 kills, especially on Droid Run. And like I said, it just may be me, but I recommend Droid Run just because it is the easiest, and you will, and I mean you will, have to switch up your items a lot. So for this one, the jump pack is probably not one of the best, and the thermal detonator is But depending on the map you use, those star cards, like the personal shield and everything, could save your life. Especially if you're like just having a problem leveling up. It could be your star cards, depending on the map you're using. It may not work in your favor. So this is like the 3rd match I've gone on to, and our team is dominating. So I don't really have much of a fear that we're exactly gonna be losing any matches soon, but don't be afraid if you don't gain as many points as you did. Like, let's say one match you gain like this amount of points, like let's say like 4,000 points, and in the next match you completely suck and gain like 1,000 points. Every point counts, so like don't down yourself just because you didn't get the amount of points you were going for. See that like right there, you can get a ton of kills just off of players not putting up their personal shields and then being careful. You can get a lot of points off of players like that. Some players don't like to do it because those charges are kind of expensive with the amount of credits they cost, and it can be kind of obnoxious. Okay, I see him, so I'm gonna go for him. Yeah, he was smart. He meleeed me, and I didn't melee him quick enough. But be very careful on which game modes you're using, because some game modes you may excel in, but they aren't giving you the amount of points that you could normally get from any other regular game mode. Okay, and that guy threw a grenade, which is... Yeah, that was smart by him for throwing it. Look at this. Already 750 points, and I've only gotten 2 kills, and I've already claimed the droid. Each droid's like 500 points. So you can really power level off of this. Like I said though, you're gonna have to be very careful, because sometimes you're gonna get like me, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but you're gonna get really good players that are gonna completely ruin your kill streaks and everything, so you just have to be really careful for those. And that guy was very awkward with his grenade throwing. Alright, right here I don't have to use a personal shield because there's no enemies in the area, and you can always tell from the bottom left corner, you can see like the enemies and everything. Like here, these guys are being not so smart and trying to capture it this way, and be careful when you're capturing because you can always get kind of hit from behind and stuff, and that could ruin your kill streak right quick. Right there, that guy wasn't very smart. He didn't do anything that he needed to. He ran right through my infantry turret. That was kind of smart, and my infantry turret is bad placement all over, or has bad placement written all over it, so that wasn't very smart. The Quarren guy was pretty smart, but I know he had a teammate that was working with him, but he got shot by one of my teammates. So yeah, use your teammates to your advantage, by the way. Don't take advantage of them to the point where you just let them do all the damage and then you come in for the easy kill. Sometimes just getting damage or a kill assist or something, that can get you a lot of points. And right here, there's a guy behind me, so be careful. And don't be afraid just to not capture pods and everything. Or not pods, droids, or pods, depending on which game mode you're playing. If you have to skip them just because you got enemies on your tail, go ahead. Unless you're really willing to take that risk. Then yeah, what the hell? Bro. You okay? You kinda did. Okay, right there, I didn't exactly capture the droid the way I wanted to. But at the moment, this is a pretty good match, so I'm probably gonna stick with it. Hopefully, if the recorder happens to cut off, guys, then sorry about that. You guys, if you guys know the PlayStation, it just kind of cuts off early. Alright, so we're sneaking up behind these guys. And be careful when you're doing this, because some people can spawn right behind you and completely ruin your kill streaks, because the spawns in this game are kind of messed up a bit. Not the game, just the game mode. I've spawned, like, the game match has been starting, and I've spawned right behind enemies and everything, or right in front of enemies, or behind, depending on what I was doing. But like I said, do not be afraid just to lose a couple. Like that. See the shadow trooper? Alright, there's a shadow trooper. Okay, I got one of the turrets. Right here. There's enemies near us, and I got a personal, but I couldn't because I'm dumb. What I recommend for most maps, probably the shock blaster, unless you're out in the open and everything. Shock blaster is a horrible idea if you're out in the open and just trying to like get away from enemies pretty quick. Probably the E11 is probably my favorite gun, and it's probably what I recommend for about almost every map type. As you can see, this corn guy is probably not gonna go down without a fight, so I have to go get him. Okay, now I gotta be careful. There he is. He had a shock blaster, I think. That's probably why he has decent amounts of kills. That was pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna throw it over there. Okay, I hear some stuff. That was an awful grenade throw. Oh, damn, shock blaster. Awesome, yeah. He's using the shock to his advantage. I have 14 kills at the moment, which for me, honestly, is just bad. But don't get discouraged if you have like less points than everyone else. It just means you maybe not be as good as everyone else, not to be like offensive or anything, but okay, I'm gonna have to place this. Okay, there we go. Boop. Okay. I recommend you also go wherever you're whatever's being captured or whatever you gotta capture. Sometimes just going in there like headstrong or whatever you want to call it. Maybe one of the better ideas. Kind of like this guy. There you go. That was good. That was good by him. Now don't be afraid to switch up weapons as well, guys. It's not gonna hurt you if you just switch up weapons, no matter which map you're doing. Unless you're on like a very mean and good kill streak. Then switching weapons, probably, you just may want to stick with the weapon if you're good with it. Right there, we just won. And you can always tell if you're going to get the most points. So I think I got most kills, and not most droids captured, but most droids are most objective points. I don't think I got most droids captured, I'm not sure. No, I didn't. Okay, but I got most kills, and yeah, so good job to Deltrons or whatever. I know he got a couple good kills. So yeah, guys, I was rank 35 last time I was recording, I think, and I've already power leveled, and it's not hard. It's a couple games, and it may seem like a while, but it's not. So if you guys enjoyed this little bit of a tutorial, go ahead and destroy that like button, and I'll see you guys later. Adios.